My name is Alonza Pamplin. I'm 34 years old, was born in the spring, a Durham native, soon to be 3-time HBCU graduate, mom, daughter, partner, health professional, and close friend to some. I love to travel and try new restaurants. My favorite flowers are roses, and I indulge in a good sale every now and then. I also suffer. I battle with clinical depression, anxiety, and PMDD. I take medication every day, just like I have to put my glasses on to see. By taking it, I can manage the frustration, irritation, and overbearing weight of overthinking. I won't lie, it's not an overnight fix. I have my days, sometimes several in a row. Sometimes I talk about them, but many times I don't. I catch myself drowning in exhaustion, but I'm still here. I get up and I'm thankful for all of my reasons to do so. This all started 6 years ago after the birth of my daughter. Unbeknownst to me, my serotonin levels would take a hit. As a new mom, I sometimes work 7 days straight for 2 to 3 weeks at a time. I chalked up my irritation and emotions to working and life just having its way. I never had anxiety related to my baby. I was blessed to have a mom and aunties who I knew loved her and cared for her safety just as much as I did. The anxiety I experienced after birth was constantly thinking about my own mortality, having a will, who would get custody of my baby, and if she would know how much I loved her after my untimely passing. It was like walking around 24/7, holding hands with the angel of death. How could I possibly enjoy this beautiful new life while constantly worrying and thinking about my own ending? I was terrified of the thought of having her grow up without me. My thoughts were a raging sea of what ifs, on top of making sure to put on my I'm fine, I'm good, I've got this face. I had to plan, and prepare. About 2.5 years ago, I had finally given up my part-time job, and I was able to rest on the weekends. But then things went downhill. I was living in a heightened emotional state 24/7 and constantly frustrated. Having free time or spending the weekend away did not help. I could never recharge. I was so great at hiding my personal struggles. But at home, I was exhausted, easily irritated, and slowly losing interest in being around other people. I just wanted to experience a calm within myself. I craved feeling rested and peaceful. I no longer wanted to break down to my mom and partner because I feared I'd just push them away. The only two people who knew me in the sea of my anguish, the raging waters, I was just trying to keep my head above. Finally, with the courage and push from my mother and partner, I talked to my doctor about what I was experiencing. I had not had any trauma, so my doctor narrowed it down to when I had my daughter, coupled with premenstrual dysphoric disorder, aka PMDD, aka PMS on 1,000. One day, on day 3 of taking medication to increase my serotonin levels, I felt reborn. Some tweaks had to be made to accommodate the PMDD, but that's why it's important for people to work with their provider to find solutions that work for them. The journey to our normal is not one size fits all. It can be a battle at times, and during many of those times you might feel alone, surrounded by people, and still feel alone. I can say that I live in much calmer waters now versus the storming tides I previously tried to keep my head above. I know my triggers, and I'm open about when I'm feeling anxious. I get annoyed sometimes when I hear, "Did you take your medicine?" But some people don't have the village that I do. We need the village not just for the new baby, but for the mother too. I'm thankful for God, family, and grace, and I'm sharing my story for the moms who won't ever have a chance to do so. And I'm hoping that one day I will encourage someone else to take the first step to calming their own storm. Janet Mock once said, "I believe that telling our stories, first to ourselves and then to one another and the world, is a revolutionary act." I am Alonza Pamplin, and this is my Brave.